last few years?
Well, just taking a chance on myself. Having Coach Johnson, the development off the field, helping me get to my goals and aspirations is here, and I'm super blessed.
It seems surreal that you're here right now.
Yes, sir. I've been playing football since I was 4 years old, and just having a chance to compete against my peers has been a blessing for me, and I'm just happy to be here.
Kayden, when you think back on these last few years at Ohio State, what are your favorite memories? What do you feel like you take away from that?
I say my favorite memory is winning the national championship with my peers, and I would say just really going in every day working, and, having Coach Patricia, and then Coach Johnson and Coach Day, believing in me, and I'll say that for real.
What are the best things those coaches did for you to help prepare you for this level?
Just like, Ohio State is a standard every day being a pro, training like a pro, film study like a pro, and just every day being the best you can be and being held accountable. That's why I say it helped me at Ohio State.
Kayden, going back to when you overlapped with Jordan Hancock at Ohio State, also at the same high school.
Yeah.
Have you had any conversations with him about this process?
Yeah, I talked to Jordan. I've been knowing him since we were kids, and he just told me to put my best foot forward.
How would it be to get played?
Like I said, I try to control what I can't control, and that's for the teams to decide if they want me to play with Jordan.
Hey, have you met with the Cowboys at all formally?
No, sir.
Okay, your thoughts on nose tackles coming back into vogue in the NFL as maybe first time things? Did you realize that there was nose tackles were out of vogue until kind of recently?
I would think that there's a high need for a nose tackle, but like I said, I try to control what I can't control, and that's up for the team to decide if they need a nose tackle.
Well, they usually decide for a first rounder whether we can rush the passer on the third down. If we can stay on.
On early downs, I can stop the run, and on third downs, I can push the pocket. I'm a complete player. First of all, just off the field, having a guy you can talk to and a guy that holds you accountable and holds his own teammates accountable and knows coming to work every day and just really just taking advantage of the opportunity being at Ohio State.
Help you go through this process that you got to see guys like Tyler, Ty, and JT.
Just like I'm at ease right now, just knowing that I'm not the only one that been in this podium and had the opportunity to be at the combine, so just really just taking it in and just being thankful for the opportunity.
How long have you envisioned this for yourself, being up here in the States?
Since I was a young kid, and I've been playing football since I was 4, and this is what I want to do, and I'm just so happy to be here.
Funny story about him, maybe just
Just like being young, playing like in elementary school, we went to school together, and just every day at recess, playing at one-on-ones every day and just going at it. So just knowing that a guy that loves football, two guys that love football, now we're here just on the same stage, it's a blessing.
when you become a little bit faster than past elementary school a little bit?
I'll say, Caleb, that's my guy. He's a skill position. I'm a D tackle, but I can keep up with him if I have to.
Cam or Connor Hayward give you any advice about this one?
Oh yeah, for sure. We have a great relationship. Their family, my family, and the Steelers. It's a great opportunity. I had a formal interview with them, and I felt really good about it.
Would you like to learn under Cam? He's got another year left on his contract. If you got drafted there, what would that be like for you?
Oh, learning from Cam, he's one of the best players to do it, and he's still playing. Having him around, like Connor Hayward, just that brotherhood. I'll click right in with him. And yeah.
How did that relationship start?
I'll say my brother, they went to PC Ridge together, so they grew up and played football together. And really my mom and his mom just clicked, and their whole family is just one big circle. And we all helpful to each other, and we all grew up in the same area.
You did Connor first.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll say my preparation. I believe I'm the best defensive tackle in this draft class. I really pride myself on being consistent, competitive, holding my teammates accountable. And I put it all together, working on my diet and just staying consistent, really. Just doing what I got to do. I would say just believing in me. When things didn't go certainly, just staying positive, always having a smile on my face, and just being calm and being myself. And that's one thing he really wanted me to provide myself. Yes, I have. Formal.
Kayden, where did the idea for the iPad start?
So, it was a blackout game. We played Penn State, and, I wanted to try something different. You know, I love football so much, and I just wanted to be different. And, I feel like that prepared me. Each game I got better and better, so I'm not going to stop doing that.
What do you think makes you the best defensive tackle in this draft?
My consistency over every game. I raised my level of play every game. In the biggest games, I played my best. And I would say my preparation, no one's going to prepare more than me. My work ethic speaks for itself, and you can go ask my coaches to turn on the film.
Kayden, have you met with the Buccaneers at all?
I met with the Buccaneers.
You know if that was formal or informal?
And formal.
Formal? Any big takeaways from that meeting?
Just talking to the D-line coach, learning the playbook, and just really talking to the staff.
How cool would it be to work with Vita Vea and Elijah Kansas?
Oh, that's awesome. I trained with Vita Vea one time, and seeing how he worked and want to be an impact immediately for the Buccaneers. That'll be a blessing.
Aside from
I met with the Bills.
Going back to the Jordan Hancock thing, do you have memories together? Because you guys were in high school. Memories going back that far?
Yeah, we have. I'll say when we were in middle school. We won a AAU basketball tournament with each other, and he lived a block away from me, so he could walk to my house. And his family, I love his family. We just got a really tight bond, and I got a lot of respect for him and his family.
aside from work ethic and consistency, when it comes to what's required out of nose tackle, what are your strengths?
I'll say my power. Having violent hands. I'm that guy. I'm strong in the middle. My high school coach said being a war daddy, being that guy in the middle, stopping everything, being disruptive on all downs.
That's a hard job to do, though. Why do you love to be that
This is what like I said, I've been playing this game since I was 4 years old, and this is what I want to do. And I want to surround myself around good people and just do good things for my team and just win Super Bowls. I did grow up a Falcons fan. And I used to have the face paint on this one side, this side. I was always at the games.
Great, Jared, one of those guys, the same position you have.
Yes, I say I model my game around physical D tackles that are strong in the middle. I really don't have a specific player, just guys that know how to penetrate, be game changers.
I know you said you control what you can control, but birds around the clock.
That would be awesome, But like I said, I try to control what I can control, and that's up for the team to decide. They wanted to know, just to trust me, and they see my development, and they're just trying to critique me, just making sure that I'm ready. My number's called.
Exactly what you've done to try to trust you.
Just with their pick, seeing a lot of things and just knowing that doing what I can control and being me.
When you're in the run game, what are the main keys you're looking at to try to get that edge before the snap?
I'll say looking at the personnel down the distance, and I'm that type of guy. I welcome double teams, I command double teams, and I'm gonna free up the linebackers. And whoever team decides to give me, that's what you're gonna get.
You're still only 20 years old. When are you going to get your grown man strength, and what's that going to be?
Excuse me, what'd you say?
Your grown man strength. Have you heard that?
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Older player.
Yeah.
How long is that going to take you to get, and what's that going to give you?
I'll say just working every day. Learning from the veteran guys. Working on myself every day and just following the process.
There's a lot of trash talk this week. Who's got the best high school ball in the state? Texas, Georgia, Florida. Who's the best alive?
I'll say Georgia. We got the most guys. I think we produce the most talent. And I feel like the Georgia class, we get the most consistent. I'll say him being the green dot, the leader of the defense. I try to make him right when he's wrong, and just I have full respect for him, and I got a lot of respect for him, for real.
Last year here at the Combine, there were 4 starters from Ohio State here. We asked them who would be here next year. They a lot of them said you. What might be next from Ohio State that you might be talking to a year or 2 years ago?
I say Kenyatta Jackson and Edric Houston.
What do they do well?
Just their motor. They play hard. They play all 4 quarters, and they run to the ball like Coach Johnson says. You got to play 4 quarters, and then just developing that mindset of can't be blocked. You figure that out. Sky's the limit.
Hey, when you talk about Patricia, what difference does it make to have someone with an NFL background here? Like, how much do you think having him specifically help you guys prepare for the NFL?
It means a lot. You know, Coach Patricia is a really good coach, and just for like he's a people's coach. You know, he's gonna come up to you off the field. He helped me mentally and get me ready for this moment. Now I feel like at ease. Like I just got a smile on my face, and I'm just ready to be great.
How big is it to have that Patricia back?
Oh, that's good. That's big for upcoming development of the other players. Just really having a chance to go win a national championship. Those guys are gonna be ready.
What do you remember about that workout you mentioned with Vita Vea? Any advice that you learned or anything you learned from it?
Just really being yourself and when a moment comes, like competitive excellence, when your number's called, be ready. I would say his pro mentality, he had All-Americans, first-round talents. So whenever he talks, I just listen. I'm open ears. I don't talk, and I go what he says, and I just listen to him because he know what it takes. Oh, yes, he always does. That's his guy. But, he talks about all his guys he had, and, that just speaks for itself of how his character is and his longevity. Nah. Yeah.
Kayden, when you're watching tape, what's your biggest critique on yourself?
I'll say my pad level, getting my pads down, and just using my violent hands. That's my best attribute. Just playing with power every play, and I'll say I pride myself on with my motor, playing the hardest. And when you turn on the tape, you watch 4 quarters, there's nobody that plays more consistent than me.
You talk about keeping a smile on your face. It kind of reminds me of Tyreek Williams.
Yeah.
Is that something you learned from him? Or just like,
That's how I grew up. Just my mom, she's so influential in my life, and just really just being happy. Everybody don't get this opportunity. I'm just very thankful to be here and just be a supporter of all my Buckeye guys and all the guys that are here because we all here for the same reason. Yeah, I talked to Jack. I actually went to his game, and he's the same guy, smile on his face, and the great guy, and he's really humble.
last one, violent hands.
Every day, hitting the sled. Every day, don't miss nothing. Just being consistent. My position is not about stats. It's about winning my assignment and being disciplined and interior disruption. So I do what I can for my team to win.
Which game did you see Josh?
The Pittsburgh versus the Ravens, the last game of the season.
All right, thanks, Kayden. Appreciate it. You want to grab it?
Really great.
Why would you be a good fit for the Bears?
Just the need for a defensive tackle, and I'll fit that mold really perfectly.
All right, thanks, Kayden. Appreciate it. You want to grab your